Okay. So, I've been talking about it for a while. I want to do a series where I talk about the comics I'm currently reading. So, it's going to be the first one of that. It's mostly just talking about the comics I'm actually reading at the moment, and then I'm thinking of doing like a monthly or bi weekly video of updates about my series. Sorry. Damn. But, so, let's get into it. I'm kind of clearly more of a DC fan than Marvel, but I've been getting more into Marvel as more comes out. But right now there is a new series called. Let's go through DC first. So I'm reading Superman: The Kryptonite Spectrum, Batman and Robin Year One, Batman and Robin Jason Todd, which actually just ended. Batman and Robin, which is an ongoing series. Justice League Unlimited is ongoing. Um, Justice Society from Gotham by Gaslight universe. And then there's also Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, which I don't have all of yet, and I'm trying to still get it. Absolute Batman. I'm reading the new Batman run. I'm reading Nightwing's current ongoing run, and then World's Finest, which World's Finest, Justice League Unlimited, Batman and Robin are all ongoing for so long that I haven't been able to catch up yet, and it's so much of just back catalog that I have of like having to get through it. But let's go through DC first. So with DC, Superman: The Kryptonite Spectrum is a series where Superman is discovering that there are more colors and more types of kryptonite out in the universe, and he got his hands on 4 of them. And so what he's going to do is kind of test them and see what each of them does, kind of just seeing what each of them has an effect on him. And in the series, I really like, in the first issue, he goes to Bruce, Batman, being like, hey, I need your help researching this stuff. He's like, I don't think this is a good idea, because what if something happens where we can't stop you? And it's kind of a good dynamic getting to see Batman kind of be that counter to Superman, being like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this because this could end really badly for us. If I can't end up taking you out or the rest of the Justice League, we're just kind of screwed if you get out of control. We don't know what these do to you. They could just kill you. And Superman being like, no, we need to know them so that you will know how to counter me. If anyone like Lex Luthor, Amazo, or not Amazo, but Luthor, Brainiac, anyone brings these type of kryptonites to him. So in that way, they're getting to see what each version of these kryptonites do. And right now, I think it's just set for a 4-issue limited series, which right now I think I have 1, 2, and 3, so I don't have 4 quite yet. But that's that one. It's actually my first, other than World's Finest and Justice League Unlimited, my first solo Superman run that I'm reading. Then Batman and Robin Year One is going back to when Dick Grayson's first year as Robin, and getting to see him and Batman team up together, which I think is a really cool idea. And I like seeing Dick as Robin. I like seeing that history with him. I like seeing the old style, like, hey, this is Nightwing before Nightwing, getting to see him be super close to Bruce, and Bruce kind of adjusting to that teammate kind of crime fighting style. And it's really interesting too, because Dick is so smart in this. He is only, I think, like 13 or 14 right now, but he is so fucking smart. Like, right now their main enemy is Clayface, which is really fun to watch, and he came to the manor, and that series I really like. Batman and Robin Jason Todd is getting to see Jason as Robin, obviously. It was a 4-issue limited series where we got to see this new villain that comes in and tries to convince Jason, like, hey, his way is not right, I know you want to kill, let's go and actually take these people out. And Batman kind of being like, if you want to seriously go with him, you go with him, but know that I will hunt you and that you can never redeem yourself and come back. And so Jason goes with him, eventually coming back to Bruce, which I'll expand on that more in the future at some point. But he comes back and kind of fixes himself, like, hey, I know I fucked up, let's take him out, want to be Robin again. So that was a fun series. Batman and Robin I haven't read a lot of, but I know it's Damian as Robin. So that'll be interesting to see all 3 Robins with him, except for fucking Tim. Big surprise. Justice League Unlimited, I've read a few issues of it, and it's pretty good so far. There was some event before the milestone that I'm reading in that they all lost their powers and they got distributed throughout the world, and Martian Manhunter still doesn't have his telekinesis power yet, and he's kind of freaking out about it, and now I'm in the league to figure it out. so that's been fun to watch. And then Justice Society in the Gotham by Gaslight universe. Gotham by Gaslight was a series that's like 19 or 1820s, and it's old style Batman, and the Justice League consists of Batman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, and now Superman. They went to Smallville because they heard this anomaly as they're fighting, went there, helped Superman, found out Superman could be an ally, and they're continuing their kind of story through that. And it's very interesting to see in that old-timey style of like, what do these superheroes look like back in the kind of Old West days. And then Batman Long Halloween Last Halloween is a long-awaited sequel to the Long Halloween story originally. I don't have all of it, unfortunately, because there was some confusion at my comic store where they thought the run was already done earlier this year when I first started getting back into comics. And so I didn't quite get all of them. That's why I'm still trying to get all of them. So I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm really excited because Long Halloween is... It might be my favorite Batman story. But hopefully this is a good sequel to it. Actually lives up to the name. And then the new Batman series that started in September is a new Batman run completely. He's wearing the gray and blue, which I really like that's back. Getting to see him in that outfit, which I haven't seen him in that outfit in any of my runs. He's always wearing the black and gray. And it's pretty good so far. Tim Drake, actually, I'm getting Tim in this series because I was talking about earlier where I never got Tim in any of my series, but Tim is actually Robin in this. So right now Jason Todd is the only not ongoing Robin that I have. Yeah, because Tim is this one, Damian is Batman and Robin Year 1 is Dick, and Jason's run just ended. Yeah. And then we also have Absolute Batman, which the Absolute Universe is a huge hit right now, and I'm loving Batman right now. I'm thinking of getting Absolute Martian Manhunter, I don't know yet. But we do know it's coming to a big head, and a big fucking event is about to happen. I don't quite know what it is, because I haven't heard a lot about it, thankfully. But we have that series, and then we also have Batman and Superman World's Finest, which is kind of just adventures, like team-ups of them going out and just doing basically like 1 to 3 issue stories, just with each other teaming up. And we got to see Wonder Woman in one of them. We got to see Jimmy Olsen and Batgirl in one. Dick Grayson is the Robin in that one, which is nice because it's kind of an homage going back to the golden age of comics. And we kind of get to see that that dynamic again with Bruce being with Dick, but also teaming with Superman. And then, as you can tell, I'm obviously a huge Batman fan, and he got me into comic books originally. But let's move on to my Marvel series. So right now, for Marvel, I'm reading... Ultimate Wolverine, The Ultimates, Spiderman and Wolverine. Trying to read Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe one last time, but I don't have all of it. Again, it's kind of a last Halloween situation. Spider-Man and the Sinister 16, which I just read, that was good. The new Captain America run that started this year, Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. I started the Werewolf by Night series, which I really like. Death of the Silver Surfer, Doomed 2099. And then... I feel like I'm missing some, but I don't know. My comics are right under me. I can look in a second. But let's start with the Ultimate Universe. So the Ultimate Universe is a place where the Maker, aka spoiler alert, spoiler, Reed Richards is the Maker, and it's kind of an evil version of Reed Richards. So what he did in this universe was he took everyone's power and just kind of took them for himself, gave back the powers to people that he could use and manipulate. So kind of like, I know Colossus, Omega Red, Magic had their powers already. Hulk had his powers. Or not Hulk, but Maestro had his power. I should specify Maestro because it's very different. They all have their powers because Maker could manipulate them and use them. But, so what happened at the beginning is Doom and Iron Lad, which is Tony, and then Doom, again, big spoiler alert here, Doom is Reed Richards. So the Maker forced Reed Richards to be Doom, knowing that he could force that complex in, like, hey, you are not Reed Richards, you are Doom, and he forces everyone to call him Doom. He will not be called by any other name. And So getting to see that kind of dynamic between those two is really fun, and seeing them try and give the powers back out. Like, I know the main Ultimates team lately has been Iron Lad, Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Doom, She-Hulk, which is not Jennifer Walters. I don't remember her name. I can look it up, actually. So what happened with that is, like, I don't think it's Jennifer Walters, is it? Elizabeth Ross. No, that's not it. I can't find her name. My bad. I'm pretty sure it's not Jennifer Walters, though. I'm pretty sure it's not her. But what they did is, like, tested the gamma radiation on an island, and it kind of made a whole island of Hulks, and the She-Hulk in this universe is kind of the only one that took to it and kind of can survive with it, which is fun to see her kind of want revenge against Bruce Banner / Maestro in that aspect of it. There was an issue where Nick Fury was involved, and what they kind of been doing with Nick Fury is, like, if you ever saw the movie Mickey 17, they kind of take his consciousness and re-upload it to a new Nick Fury, because Nick Fury kind of always turns on the Maker's Council. He always kind of tries to get them and kill them, and it's interesting to see Fury do that, but then immediately just get beat anyway. But there's also Hawkeye, which is a Native American kid, because Clint Barton... There are some heroes in this universe that they tried to give powers that just couldn't bear it. Clint Barton was one of them. He gave up his power. Kind of was like, I just want to go back to living a normal person. So, yeah. Hawkeye, Captain America they found. They got him back. Hank, Ant-Man, and Janet Wasp are... Those two are in it. Luke Cage has appeared but not been in a lot. Obviously Peter Parker Spider-Man, which I'm not reading Ultimate Spider-Man, but I probably will. Some of the mutants have their power. Like, I know Hank McCoy Beast has his power. Archangel has his powers. Sabretooth, Wolverine. Which, actually, that's a good segue. Wolverine in this universe became the Winter Soldier. So when he got infused with adamantium during Project X, right? Yeah. During that, he became the Winter Soldier, which is really cool, and his suit is amazing. I really love his... It's like red, and he has a face mask instead of just the open mouth cowl, which I really like that design. It's cool. Sabretooth kind of breaks him out of being the Winter Soldier. It's kind of a Cap and Bucky situation, where Sabretooth catches him, brings him back to the other mutants, is like, hey, let's fix this, let's get this out of you. And he has, like, vague memories of stuff that happened before, but not a lot. Like, it's literally Winter Soldier, but put onto Logan. And it's amazing. It's a great story. Then Spider-Man and Wolverine, I love it. I'm pretty sure it was originally just supposed to be a 4-issue miniseries, and it turned into, I think we're at 6 issues right now, and I love it so far. So, basically, you know what? Spoiler alert for this whole video. Fuck it. Basically, Spider-Man and Wolverine are fighting Omega Red and Kraven. I think that's it. Yeah, at the beginning, I think they're just fighting Omega Red and Kraven. But they're fighting. Peter finds this file. Like, okay, there's got to be something up more with these guys teaming up. This isn't normal. Finds a file and finds a clip of his parents dying on the plane. And Wolverine was there. So it immediately goes into Peter thinks Logan killed his parents. That kind of sticks as a theme throughout the series. They keep going through these different universes. There's a new villain, or at least I think he's new, that is kind of doing this, and he brings up the question of, are you doing more harm than good with making these decisions that just lead to people dying anyway, and you're not actually saving everyone, you're kind of inadvertently killing people. And that gets brought up throughout the series. Peter Parker's sister gets brought in and tries to kill Logan, but obviously Peter won't let her, because it doesn't matter how much in the dumps he is, he will never let anyone kill on purpose. So that series is really good. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, like I said, is kind of a last Halloween, long Halloween situation where I don't have all of it. I did read the first issue and it was really good, but I haven't read the rest of them because I kind of, again, start up at like 6. So I need like 2 through 5 to be able to read the full series. Then Spider-Man: The Sinister 16 was a really good series, was a really good one-shot. it's just him and a bunch of villains and like heroes from New York and their villains being at a dinner together. And basically, this dude's trying to take his restaurant out for the insurance policy so that the Avengers will pay for it and get him a new restaurant and kind of take out the insurance and get the money from that. But it kind of doesn't go as planned, and it's kind of a nice story getting to see the villains and heroes kind of be like, you know what, let's drop it for a night, we'll have a good time, let's just not fight. And then the new Captain America series is really good. It's obviously the normal Cap story of him getting unfrozen modern day. And he goes off, and right now they went into a mission at Latveria. He immediately re-enlists, but he's a captain, so obviously he gets higher up. And he's in the special ops unit, and they go to Latveria, and he finds Doom. Their whole mission is to take down this dictator, and he goes through the whole thing of, like, last time I fought a dictator in Europe, it did not go well for them. Finds Doom, starts a fight with him. I haven't gotten further into it, but I'm excited to. So, and then there's Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, which is kind of old man Daredevil, and it's really cool getting to see his powers kind of reawaken, and he's fighting this gang. I don't quite remember who they are. I don't remember if it's the Hand or someone else, but he's like a charity person now, and it's old man Daredevil, so it's really interesting, and he almost died in the first issue, which was crazy. Then there's also the new series Werewolf by Night, which I only grabbed the first issue because I saw the special that the MCU made, and it was really good. I really liked it. I grabbed his first issue, and I like it so far. He was, like, captured by this scientist dude that's trying to test him and stuff. He, like, broke out, and then I'm gonna see where it leads from there. Doom 2099, I don't quite remember the synopsis of it, but I remember I'm very interested. And I love almost anything 2099, because I like Miguel O'Hara. He was my favorite Spider-Man for the longest time, obviously other than Peter. He was my favorite Spider-Man for the longest time. Spider-Verse kind of made him kind of popular. But I've always really liked him. I started getting into Scarlet Spider too. But that one I haven't read yet, which I'm excited to read. Death of Silver Surfer, which actually is what I was reading the other night. Number 3. I haven't followed this series a lot. I know there's something about Galactus's blood and Silver Surfer kind of being tied up with that, but trying to get away from Galactus and kind of stop being the Herald. He's been communicating with this U.S. space agent, and the Fantastic Four are trying to figure out where Galactus is, trying to save other planets from him. They're kind of just discovering him, but they haven't run into Silver Surfer quite yet, so we'll see where that goes. But I'm gonna hopefully do a monthly thing about this, kind of updating what I've been reading. I have the DC KO event, which I'm excited to start reading. That'll be fun. Deadpool and Wolverine. I read that. Let's talk about that. Deadpool and Wolverine was a crossover, which hasn't happened in a long time between DC and Marvel. It was fun because it's a thicker book, and it's not just one comic. I think it's like 5 comics in one, but the rest of them are pretty short. Deadpool and Wolverine is cool. Deadpool is kind of a mercenary, and we actually find out he was hired by the Joker to bring him to the Joker, and Batman, being the psychological wizard that he is, convinces Joker that Deadpool is better than him, probably a better archenemy for him. So Deadpool kind of tries to become the archenemy. Joker tries to kill him. Obviously Deadpool, that doesn't happen. Batman doesn't let either of them kill each other, and Deadpool kind of is like, hey, let's go on an adventure together. Can I come with you? And Batman's like, no, you stay here. Let me go fix this. Maybe I'll come back or go home. And then we also get to see Lobo mixed with Wolverine. That was a cool comic. We get to see Old Man Bruce fight Old Man Logan. And it seems like this kind of is like a yearly thing. Just like, hey, let's fucking fight. Let's live the glory days again. That one was fun. We get to see Green Arrow and Daredevil, which might have been my favorite out of them. That one was really cool, getting to see 2 just super skillful fighters battle their gangs. Like, Daredevil jumped off a... So, how they ran into each other was Daredevil is running from the League of Assassins, jumps off a roof, and then Green Arrow is running from the Hand and jumps off a roof. They kind of bump into each other, like, hey, who the hell are you? They realize they're both heroes. They fight together to take both of them out. That was kind of that series. There's Wonder Woman and Cap, which was really good. It kind of quickly goes through Cap and Wonder Woman meeting, and it was during World War II, where Cap had a gun held to Hitler's head, and Wonder Woman convinced him to not kill him. But that's the only gripe I have with that, is I feel like it would have been reversed. Like if Wonder Woman tried to kill him and Cap stopped him, I think that would have made a little more sense, because Wonder Woman is kind of a killer before she gets in the Justice League. But besides that, it was great. Crypto and Jeff the Shark had a great little issue. They were playing soccer from across the world with each other, and that was really cute. Yeah, that's all that's in Deadpool and Wolverine. Don't think there's not much else I've been reading. So that's kind of it for now. Sorry, I was looking at my comics trying to see if there's any I missed. But I want to try and do like a monthly or bi-weekly sort of thing of talking about the comics I read, kind of going over synopsis of each of them. And that'll help get my schedule back to normal instead of this 1, 2, 3 videos a week kind of thing, which I hope to get more on a schedule. But yeah, so that'll be it for now. Go check out my Batman 2 theory. That did really well, and I appreciate all the news and stuff on that and all the comments and people actually being interested in that. Maybe I'll come up with theories for other movies in the DCU if everyone's interested in that, or any just comic related stuff. I have been collecting comic book questions I want to kind of answer. I like doing that kind of stuff, kind of origins. Still working on my Suicide Squad game review. So that'll get out soon. South Park's still getting uploaded. Force Unleashed still getting uploaded. VODs are always going to be uploaded. Actually, while I'm recording tonight, this won't be posted as in the right time, but tonight I'm going to stream Rainbow Six new Halloween event with Papa Gopher on Twitch, so hopefully you caught that. The VOD will probably be uploaded by the time you see this, but yeah, I'm kind of hoping to keep this kind of stuff going, and any ideas anyone has, let me know. Let me know if you're up with this kind of content, if you want me to switch it up, what you would want from me. Just kind of drop ideas in the comments and let me know your thoughts. If you've been reading any of these series, I'd love to discuss them. But yeah, that's kind of it. And then don't forget to like and subscribe.